Good evening, guys, from Europe. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Piotr here is Liteforex Global YouTube channel. Last hour when it comes to the US cash market, plenty of things are going on. So let's try to summarize the last 24 hours. Okay. Let's start with the thing and congratulations, not related to the FX market, but guys, you know, well, I'm Polish, right? And well, Robert Lewandowski overcomes two of the greatest players in the history to become the best FIFA men's player for the first time. So congratulations to the Robert Lewandowski, and now easily we can get back to the market. So yesterday, last 24 hours, what happened? Yesterday we were discussing pre of FOMC short intraday setups or intraday setups for both shorts and longs. We were discussing that PMI, post PMI low breakout, as well as Monday low as a buying levels. Congratulations to the longs. Unfortunately, I've been on the completely opposite side. Anyway, looks like we are going to get this huge breakout daily close as well. So if that's the case, then I have 3 buying levels from the intraday perspective for tomorrow. But don't forget, we are trying to summarize 24 hours, but don't forget we have very big Friday as well. We have very big 2 events I'm going to talk about in a second. So where is the first buying level? The first buying level is below 22.30. I'm looking for this stop count towards 22.15. That's number 1. 22.15 is number 1. 21.85 is number 2. And again, levels close to 21.70. Only daily and weekly close below post FOMC low is gonna change that view. We are targeting 24 and 25. I'm looking buy the dips on euro dollar post FOMC. Doesn't matter that it really, for me, it looks like market didn't care what's happened. Even if we would get yesterday, if we would get the hike, that would be treated as a dovish hike and dollar would lose the ground. That was the case when it comes to euro dollar. So we discussed buying levels. Then we had Bank of England with the Brexit background, right? So after the Bank of England, not related to Bank of England, related to overall dollar weakness, we've seen continuation of the move higher. And from the higher time frame perspective, we hit all the latest highs, right? So from the buyer's perspective, that's very good news. From the seller's perspective, that's the not great news. Very interesting situation going on right now, because we got the news a few minutes ago that there is a still huge differences when it comes to the futures. Come on, are you surprised? No, not at all, because that's still the thing. Well, in my opinion, totally no deal Brexit. Totally no deal Brexit is not priced in. It could be very interesting to see where we are going to see daily close, because if the market is going to be able to get the close below yesterday high, number 1, number 2, number 3, that might be very, very interesting for tomorrow. But we have to remember also about the quadruple witches tomorrow, option expirations. I'm very, very interesting what's going to happen, because if that's gonna be the case with the daily close below yesterday high, right, and if we are going to get the weekly close, get back below this swing high over here, meaning that tomorrow we are going to close below today's open, the things are gonna be very, very interesting with the next week trading. But that's Brexit related, that not related to the dollar, guys, right? So you can also do your homework with euro pound longs, especially that we failed to the downside, and there is a big chance for some kind of the short covering and rally tomorrow. Of course, still the same risk, any positive news related to the Brexit. Then guys, we had the things related to the Swiss National Bank. Nothing extraordinary there. Well, Swiss franc is weakening, especially versus euro. We are trading well above 108. So let's have a look what we have. Yeah, let's have a look what we have from the intraday and medium-term perspective. The good thing is that market was able finally to move through the weekly open, and that's quite positive, but we are very close to the first target. If that's the case, if we are not going to see any kind of the risk of sentiment, then continuation to the upside could be the case, taking into the consideration this whole move, right? I do expect 109.20 as a target when it comes to the euro Swiss franc. Dollar Swiss franc is fighting around the very important level, and that's the thing here when we are going to talk about the very old consolidation from the 2013 and 14, and when we are going to take 50% of that consolidation, this breakout level over here. So that's where we are right here, right now. So it's not surprise we are trying to build a little bit of the lower shadow, maybe some invisible hands of the Swiss National Bank. We have to remember, that yesterday the US called Switzerland and put the same line with the Vietnam and called them FX manipulators. So that's very, very interesting. So in that case, well, it could be some kind of the expectation of the stronger Swiss franc. On the other hand, today, during the post-SNB rate decision, we got the news that still they are ready to intervene, because based on the on their view, the Swiss franc is overvalued. So looks, guys, it depends where you are, from which part of the ocean you are looking at the Swiss franc, right? Because if you are looking from the US part, then for you the Swiss franc is so weak. But if you are based in Switzerland, this part of the ocean, then this type of the view, Swiss franc is overvalued. So very interesting, a very interesting view. Overall, nothing special, no fireworks post Swiss National Bank. Well, finally, two big events. The first one, as I mentioned, quadruple witches tomorrow, and the second one is the Bank of Japan. Yes, there you go, guys. With the dollar yen below 104, looks like the easiest way is the selling rallies towards 100. But I've been expecting, to be honest with you, a little bit of the bounce when it comes to the Swiss pairs, and I see same here, right? I think that it could be in a connection with some invisible Bank of Japan hands around the announcement. But overall, as long as below 104, so any kind of the spike might be the selling opportunity. But short term, I wouldn't be surprised that market is trying to rebound towards this supply zone around 103.40 and eventually trying to close the business around 103.70. That's the two possible supply in my opinion. If we are going to be into the rate decision around the low, and we are going to fail based on this type of the candle, for example, in the 5 or 15-minute chart, that could be the solution with very tight stop to try to trade the long side and then trying to flip into the short side. On the other hand, if you are looking for the short yen, I think for now Euro yen looks really juicy and nice after the latest rally related to overall to the euro. There is a because of this upside break through this supply, right here, and there, we are creating some kind of the bullish flag with the possible continuation towards 130. But well, because of the supply over here, right, because of this and this supply, I think we might see 1-to-1 move to the downside towards 124.90, 124.50, and I'm looking to buy at this level, and I'm gonna be wrong below 124. So here I'm bullish as long as we are above 124.50, 124 when it comes to the EURJPY. And finally, because as we got the news, there is a still, so actually nothing new. If you are surprised, guys, that's something wrong, right? You shouldn't be surprised, as there is a huge differences when it comes to the Fishers, and the no deal Brexit is not priced in. I think watching carefully pound yen, especially around the current levels, that could be the name of the game. Here around 140, it's gonna be very interesting to see where we are when it comes to the daily close. I'm going to watch very carefully because that's the latest weakness. Would be good to get back below 139.50, right? But even below 140, it's upper shadow, so we are going to confirm this supply, and then some depends on the intraday price action. Guys, tomorrow is Friday, quadruple witches, and then some expectations in relations to the Brexit. We will see what's going to happen. Plenty of things, really not the big moves on the market, so be careful out there, work with your exposure. It was my pleasure to prepare this update for you. Have a great evening, have a great Tokyo trading night. Take care and goodbye.